And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. The Atlanta Braves going up against the New York Mets. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Siggy here at Citi Field, and of course, known as a pitcher's park, but this ballpark's gotten a little smaller over the years as they've changed the dimensions.
It's a different ballpark. It plays differently, and these hitters are really feeding off of it. You give the pitcher a nice little lead, and we see those players getting comfortable and leading the team to victory.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go, and on the hill, the lefty, number 82. What do we have on him?
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 7-11.
There's a strike.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Outside with a breaking ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Here is Matt Olson, and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Comes up empty.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. This ball's chopped on the ground. Mauricio, the underhand flip. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Ozuna goes 6'1", hitting third in the lineup. And though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter. Out in front, rip foul.
Some guys don't like not being able to play defense because it helps them to stay in the rhythm. So for him to be the DH, we'll see if he gets a routine together.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. That's down and in.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feed, there's one. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Back here in Queens. And today's starting pitcher, Grant Holmes. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. Ground ball up the middle. Throw on to Olsen. Lindor retired. Here's a Mets lineup now. And perhaps part of the game plan is to get into the bullpen as early as possible. They're facing a staff that's blown a lot of games in the later innings.
Boogan, as hitters, you're aware of that, but you don't want to become too relaxed and wait too late in the ball game because you never know what could happen on any given day. But with that said, even if you fall behind early, you've got a lot of confidence that this game will not be over until that final out.
And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Next pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Batting third.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. Fastball is outside. Two outs, base is empty. There's a strike. That one is upstairs. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. That's long gone. He flexes his power with that swing. Home run number 20 on the year, and that gives him the lead. It's 1-0.
You almost feel bad for the baseball when Juan Soto hits it. His swing is so powerful. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So 2 away with nobody on. Pete Alonso, the next to hit. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Throw to first. What a play. Inning over.
That was a great job at doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back here at Citi Field, here comes Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. One gone here.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
That one the other way. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. And there's a ball.
Albies is playing on the road, so you know that means he's been FaceTiming with his pet fish. This guy owns a few home aquariums, and it's no secret he likes talking to his fish when he's away. In fact, Albies had cameras installed so he can check on the fish anytime he wants.
Check swing, called strike. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
The pitch. Pulls that one foul. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Really nice job working both sides of the plate for that strikeout. Started him off inside, then away, back inside again, and that one set him up for that last pitch on the outside part of the plate that he just swung right through. Pretty smooth sequence right there.
Here's Alex Verdugo. Just missed. Two outs.
Nope, ball two.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. Two on now with two away. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris the second. That's a little bit low.
One ball, no strike.
And now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Two on, two outs. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
comes the 2-2. And that's down and away. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
Tying run in scoring position here at the top of the second. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. 2 left for Atlanta. They're down 1-0. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now, Jeff McNeil. Holmes back to work. That one fouled off. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That one not close, and that's ball 2. Well struck right field. Acuna moving back, and that ball is out of here. He made him pay for that one. His 9th homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Starling Marte up to hit. Just missed.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
And the 1-0. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Batting 7th, third baseman.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Man at first, nobody out. And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty. That one way inside. 1 on, nobody out, a run in, bottom half of inning number 2. And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-1. Gets under and pops it up. Riley has a beat on it. Makes the catch. Then there's one down.
Batting 8th, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio now. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. The 0-1 late with the swing there.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-2. missed.
Strike.
And now it's filled up. Marte at first, one gone. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. This one lifted in the air, left field. Verdugo makes the catch, and there's two down.
Batting ninth, catcher number 30.
At the plate, Hayden Sanger. Outside low, ball one. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
1-1.
The baseball is coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all four corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Riley makes the play, and that's the inning. The Mets add one to their lead on this solo shot. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, Nick Allen. That one hit to right. And that's a foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Now batting.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Nobody out. Runner at first.
That's a ball.
Step off throw to first. Allen back in on a dive. That catches the top part of the zone, and the count 1-2.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch you'll see in this at-bat to hit.
The 2-2 on the way. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Olsen takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. Man at first, one away. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
One strike.
That one outside. 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Runner takes off. That one fouled off. 2-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. The throw in. And he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Long gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. His 12th of the season, and that's how they take the lead. It's 3-2. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Austin Riley at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's in for a strike. Left field. Nimmo ranging after it. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
2 outs, base is empty. Now in for the Braves, Drake Baldwin. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Lindor sizes this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And that is that. Atlanta gets 3 on the homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Stepping in, Francisco Lindor.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
The shortstop takes the ball. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one is back. Over the bullpen and gone. See you later. And we're all square. It's 3-3.
He just sparked this home crowd in a big way. What a swing. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Struck out swinging his first time. Fought off foul. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the last half of the third.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that skips in the dirt. The 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now it's Juan Soto. He's already homered here in this one. That one ripped, but foul. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Next offering is outside. Tied up here in the early going. That one out to right. Acuna after it. He makes the grab. 2 down.
Lefties can definitely be a little pull happy up there, especially with pitches that they see pretty well. That was a good example. He hooked an outside pitch, hit that ball in the air to right, just not with much authority.
Alonso stands in here, takes ball one low. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that extends the inning. Jeff McNeil stands in. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll get down for a hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
First and second, 2 outs. Marte now at the plate, and that's outside, and that's ball 1. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Two aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Stays alive. Two outs. Outside. And that's ball 3.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that'll load the bases.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
2 outs. Bases full. Brett Beatty will hit next. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch just misses. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Number 36 appears to be getting loose. And And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
There's a strike. Alonso at third. McNeil over at second. Marte on at first with 2 down. And strike 2.
2-2.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Runner holds up at third. Base is still loaded. 2 away as one comes across.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So 2 down. Ronnie Mauricio getting ready to hit. Strike on the inside corner. That crosses the plate, and now they're just 1 strike away from getting out of this mess. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. Foul ball, still 0-2. Hit in the air, left field. Verdugo running hard. Makes the grab on the run. That is the inning. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 4 and the Braves 3. Back here in Queens, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Ozzie Albies. And that one is inside.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
You know, these Braves showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
That one ran inside, almost got him. Albies tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went, says Dave Lawrence. Now the left fielder, Alex Verdugo.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. There's a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And there's 2 away. Michael Harris the second digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Harris measures 6 feet even, 195 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2019. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for him there. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Mets 4 and the Braves 3. Back here at Citi Field, ready to go, bottom 4. And now, Hayden Sanger. And that's outside.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now.
Albies over to first in time. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. And now it's Frankie Lindor.
So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs. And hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
High fly ball out towards left center. Verdugo ranging after it. Makes the grab for the second out.
Up next for the Mets.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. And that misses. 1-0. And downstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Next offering is fouled back. Two down, nobody on. That one outside. Full count now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
This is downstairs, and that's ball 4.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let him go.
Man at first. Juan Soto now. That one pushed to the left and foul. Nimmo, the runner at first with 2 gone.
One more time.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two outs. That one just missing inside, and the count is 1-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. He goes down looking. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We played 4. It's the Mets 4 and the Braves 3. New inning getting started. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Nick Allen. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
You know, these Braves, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That's the third. Baden zips it across. 1 away here in the 5th.
Right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Here's Acuna now. A strikeout and a walk. Drilled out towards left center field. McNeil drop step going back. And that one is gone. His second homer of this series. It's 4-4. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. 1 for 2. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Marte hauls it in, 2 away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. David Peterson, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Holmes getting cranked up as well. This to center field. McNeil on his horse. Pulls it in on the run. And that'll do it. But we're all tied up thanks to this solo homer. It's now tied 4-4. You're dialed into the show. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th and taking over on the mound, Spencer Schwellenbach.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's Pete Alonso. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Got him swinging. And 1 out now.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. And that one in the air center field. Puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the right fielder, Starling.
Here's Starling Marte. First pitch misses. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And that's downstairs. 2-1. Upstairs. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Popped up. Albies. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Mets. This game's all tied at 4. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Clay Holmes.
Coming on to face the righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
The batter now, Austin Riley, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. And the pitch. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
And that one fouled off. And that's in the dirt. Action in the Mets bullpen. Ryan Stanek up and loosening in the pen. Garrett getting loose as well.
That's the ball. 3-1.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Go-ahead run on base. Drake Baldwin now at the plate. Rolled to short. Possible 2-ball. To second for 1. On to first. Double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
2-2.
Tied at 4. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Ripped on the ground to second. Mauricio with the throw to first. And Albies is retired. That's the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7, 8, 9 due up in the home half of the inning. And we are tied 4-4. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Schwellenbach back to work. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Pierce Johnson getting ready to go. Montero also throwing. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. And one gone.
Pretty much textbook pitching for the 3-pitch K right there. Jumped ahead 0-2 on 2 pitches he didn't want to go after at the plate. Then, knowing he's going to be a little more aggressive trying to protect, he expands just out of the zone where he couldn't do anything with it. He gets the strikeout and keeps the pitches thrown to a minimum. Very nice.
And now Ronnie Mauricio. That misses. Ball 1.
One ball, no strike.
And that is out of play. One down, base is empty. Breaking ball misses down and away. Fouls one off. 2-2. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. And now it's filled up. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. And it's off the wall. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
He was all over that one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And stepping in for New York, Hayden Sanger. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Mauricio, the runner at second with one away.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Man at second. And that's downstairs and outside. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 3. Francisco Lindor in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Check swing, and he went. And it's 3-2.
2 strikes.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. One out and a runner at second. Now a pop-up on the infield. Olsen makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. Here comes the throw. He will score, and they take the lead. It's 5-4.
Big RBI for him right there. Pretty tough for the infielder to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
2 outs, runner on first. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Ripped on a line. And that should be extra bases. Lindor around second, heading for third. Coming home. He will score.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Now it's going to be Juan Soto. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
And there's the strike.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Breaking ball inside. And a count even 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Man on second, 2 down. And there's the ball.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Two outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Olsen puts it away, and that ends the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves 4. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Ryan Stanek.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Verdugo leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just missed.
1-1. Ball.
Headed towards the corner. Marte really on his horse for it. Makes a nice running catch. 1 down.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Harris at the plate now. That's ball 1.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
That's in there. And the count 1-1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. McNeil in pursuit. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Stanek, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Two down, nobody on. To the right side, Mauricio slings to first. That ends the frame. So they make short work of him there. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves 4. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Bryce Elder.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 1 for 3.
Pete Alonso.
Clips the corner, and that is strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Elder fires. That misses off the outside edge.
Oh.
And that is downstairs. 3-2 now. Left field, way back there. Verdugo ranging back. Way back there and gone. His 19th home run of the year. It's 7-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
And that one ripped to left, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Starling Marte up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. McNeil at second with nobody out. And now it's even up.
Strike.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
Not really attacking on the mound in this at bat. All breaking balls, so that makes me think they're not really wanting to challenge him here.
Smoked into left, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Third baseman,
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Close, but called a ball. 1-1.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You've got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
Popped up. Allen makes the catch for the out, and there's one down.
Now batting, second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Ronnie Mauricio, the next to hit.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
First pitch, and he just misses.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
The other way, and it goes just foul. In there at the knees for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 away.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count. Get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Hayden Sanger. 0 for 3 in this one. Popped up right side, Albies. And that is the inning. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. It's now 7-4. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And we're back. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The Braves in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
On the ground, right side. Finds its way through, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here's Matt Olson down. One outside, and that is ball 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner stops at second. And the first 2 reach to start the inning.
A couple of singles back-to-back. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. Now let's see if they can string something together, make it a little more interesting.
High leverage spot coming up for the big bat of Marcell Ozuna. Swinging a foul out of play. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The tying run at the plate. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Fights it off. He'll see another. Tying run at the plate. And look out as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Ryan Stanek done for the night, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. Pitching change here, Reed Garrett.
He's thrown the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
So here's Riley now.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
That one's in there. 0-1.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. So they're all loaded up. And a count 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fly ball center field. McNeil squeezes it. Runner tags from third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly, and it's now a 2-run game.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Substitution being made at first. Braves going with a pinch runner. Eli White. Drake Baldwin getting ready to hit. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
And fouled off. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Brings it in, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
In the dirt. No movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 on, 2 outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Next offering misses down and away.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Alex Verdugo in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Out to short. Sends it across to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 7 and the Braves 5. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Dylan Lee.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's Francisco Lindor. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And that drops in for a strike. And 1-2. And down on strikes he goes. 1 away. Brandon Nimmo digs in now. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Baldwin makes the grab. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And now the Mets DH, Juan Soto. And the slider just misses. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. It's 8-5. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
2 down, base is empty. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
On the ground, Albies throws to first. And that takes care of Alonso. And that is the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up here for the Braves.
Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 39, Edwin.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the ninth. Now in for the Braves, Alex Verdugo. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
He's 2 outs away. Harris now at the plate. On the ground out to short. Toss to Alonso. Braves down to their final out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
So 2 down now, and here is Nick Allen. Ball 1, no strikes.
1-0.
Ground ball, and this should do it. And that is the ball game.
Well, I'd say we got treated to a good one. Gotta love a game when you get 13 runs on the board. A lot of offense, but it doesn't end in a blowout. Tons of really good at-bats to look back on in this one.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.